When I was 8 years old, I saw my father cry. He lay down in bed with me one night when the fighting was bad. I said, "Daddy, you smell funny." He said, "It's nothing, Angel. I just haven't brushed my teeth yet." When I was 8 years old, I started to have the nightmares. Daddy said he got all the monsters out of the house, but I think they came back when he left. A few years later, the nightmares got worse. It all started sinking in when I went to the mall alone, browsing to see whether I looked better in gray or navy, but the only colors that seemed to fit were purple, blue, red. When I got home, the colors were aching under my skin, begging me to let them out, though everything told me just hold it in. I let them out. I cut the single strand of nothingness my grief was hanging by with a silver razor blade. I found the canvas I thought God intended my skin to be, but I painted it a rather sinister way. And when I started to cry out, I thought there was no one to hear the pain. The monsters that came back to live in my mind told me to stop crying. No one cares about the sadness in your eyes. On December 1st, 2013, I spent the night calculating exactly how many Ketorolac it would take for me to fall asleep forever. It took me 2 hours to write the letter to my mother that said, "I've tried seeing in color, but it's very hard to write now and my vision is turning black." The next day I woke up. If there's one thing I have learned about life, it's that it's all we have. Death may feel like a bitter promise, but I swear to you it is nothing. It is isolation, it is loneliness, and there are days when life feels the exact same way, but I promise you it is not. You are not alone in your bent-up misery. There are 1 million other people feeling the roots of their sanity being ripped from the earth in a hurricane. There are 2 billion other people crying red tears from their forearms because they can't feel the pain anymore. You are not worthless. Just because it takes a hopeless addiction to make the sun shine for a couple hours in the midst of a dark gray mind. You are not broken. I have never met a dark gray mind that doesn't have gaps between the clouds, and those gaps will grow. When you wake up in the morning after you were sure you wouldn't, there will be a million feelings bursting into numbness like gum you've been chewing for too long. And that's what this grief is. I'm not telling you to cough up your grief and spit it out, because shards of your broken glass soul will come flying out too. I'm telling you to try some new gum. I'm telling you to turn that broken glass soul into a window. I'm telling you to put flavor into the accidentesious smile you've been wearing for so long and make it real. Listen to your therapist when he tells you you're not the only one. Take your toppled sanity and replant it over and over because it's worth it. It is worth the breaths you breathe out on frigid days and the dances you dance with life, even though life might keep stepping on your feet. And one day when your best friend grabs your wrist and pulls up your sleeve, you will tell them they are just scars.